between two rival parties under a law cannot be treated as an aggrieved person if its decision is set aside or modified by higher court under the law or by a court of
Are you equating a quasi judicial body with a constitutional body?
Sir, statutory body.
Are you? I don't know what your answer is. So first say yes, no, then you proceed.
The distinction between a statutory and a constitutional body, they are all under the law, under the fundamental law.
No, not at all. A constitutional body functions under the Constitution.
Yes.
A statutory body is a sub-constitutional body functioning under a statute. So are you equating the two?
Sir, rules, the certain principles are equally applicable to statutory as well as the constitutional body. If the principle is that a body is vested with quasi-judicial powers, it exercises a quasi-judicial power, passes an order between the parties.
I would call it a constitutional power. The Constitution grants, we don't make this Constitution, we only interpret the Constitution. And I don't want to read words into the Constitution either. The Constitution, in its wisdom, the Constitution makers created a separate constitutional body.
Yes.
Now, you may well be right, and I may agree with you 100% that a statutory body which determines a matter should not file an appeal. However, it will raise the questions how a collector of customs, etc., are filing appeals. But that matter is not before us, so we will not dilate on it. Can you show us a decision where a constitutional body, preferably the Election Commission of Pakistan, the same principle has been enunciated by this court?
Sir, actually, the principle is enunciated here as well as in another case of 2020, where ombudsman.
Ombudsman is also a statutory body.
Sir, what they are relying upon is the statute and provisions of the statute. Sir, for all intents and purposes, they are acting under the Election Act, and that is a statute.
Ansab, this will amount to virtually finishing off a constitutional body.
Sir,
one thing is you are now on a very technical, hyper-technical argument, for which you have no precedent. The two precedents that you have filed, I'm just thinking aloud, apply to statutory bodies. Here we're dealing with a constitutional body. A constitutional body is altogether different from a statutory body. If a constitutional body feels aggrieved, either you let the constitutional body do its work. Probably they will argue that why is the High Court interfering in the work of a constitutional body? Unless it's something blatantly unconstitutional, I don't know. Whether the forum would be the High Court or the Supreme Court, I don't know. I'm just raising the questions as they come to my mind. But please don't equate a statutory body with a constitutional body. I will not do so.
Sir, the two bodies.
So मैं आपको हामिद खान एक आया था, मैं आपको बताता हूँ. I was sitting with former Chief Justice Jawad Khwaja. The matter came for holding of local government elections. The Supreme Court had passed a number of orders extending the dates, and some, let's say, valid reasons were given for extending the dates. And I leaned over to Jawad Khwaja Sahab, and he was about to do so, and I told him, I will write a dissent. He says, why? I said, that's a constitutional body. How will I direct it to do so? It's their job. And he said, oh, you got a point. And we did not. He said, this is their job. Do your job. We can call upon you to do your job, but we cannot take on the functions of the constitutional body. There's a very clear line of demarcation. So if they're not doing their job, or they're doing their job unconstitutionally or contrary to the law, yes. But if they're doing their job, we won't take over their job, how to do it, how better to do it. I don't know. But then every judge will start running a constitutional body.
Constitutional body performing functions under a statute. The whole controversies arising after that statute, which they are relying upon with the Election Act. So in this case, while exercising powers under the statute, it is a statutory body for all intents and purposes.
चलिए हमने आपका objection note कर लिया. ये बताइए, do you have an exact case on the point of the Election Commission of Pakistan? Because yes, we will consider these submissions, but if you have an actual case, it will further clarify the matter.
The two cases are recent.
वो हमने देख लिया. One is ombudsman, which is set up under some federal law. The other is the case of the Competition Commission, which has also been set up under
1983
statute. But you can reserve it. You don't have to respond. So you can continue bolstering your argument when we give you an opportunity. We've heard your original objection. It is not something which immediately appeals to me.
Okay.
I mean, but having said that, I'm open to persuasion. So is that fair enough?
Yes.
So shall we let Mr. Mahdum Ali? No, shall we let him proceed on facts? And wherever a fact, not the law or his interpretation is wrong, please let us know that this is factually wrong. So let's make some progress.
After completion of arguments, I still reserve the right to take this objection.
By all means. By all means. I mean, yes, it's a very valid, you have every right to take an objection. Ji.
My Lord, if your Lordship permits.
No, but coming back to one factual statement which he made, he said there was no, what is it called?
Federal
Election Commission.
There was no appointment of Federal Election Commission according to your own constitution.
Is this correct or not correct?
We did it according to our constitution as well as in accordance with the requirement under the statute. They both have been met.
नहीं वो किधर है वो कागज दिखा दीजिए ना हमें. Where is the body, the Federal
This case
Election
has
Commission?
only been filed yesterday. We had no notice. We could not file a response. I would have done all that. But kindly see the circumstances made to argue this case.
No, Khan Sahib, dekhiye na.
On the other,
एक second na. This is not. Let's not say I've been taken totally by surprise because this matter has been taken by you to the High Court, both in intra-court appeal as well as writ jurisdiction, and then you had filed something here which you withdrew as well. So it's not something coming surprise. So this is very basic. Their thing is either, I don't know what their plea is, that the elections were not held or not held in accordance with your own constitution. So far, that's what I've understood. Now, surely you know their case. It's not that this is very surprise to me for the first time. So think about it. You can meet it. If you want to file some concise statement, we allow you to do that as well. If it's not already on these pages of documents, you can file a concise statement, or if you want, we can summon the record of the Election Commission of Pakistan, which may not even require you to file the concise statement because whatever is there will be there. Do you have any objection to that? We can summon their actual original file, whatever.
You must have filed all documents to the ECP along with your certificates, which is the requirement of law that you submit the certificate along with all prerequisites and requirement which you have fulfilled for holding inter-party election.
Yes.
So वो चीजें रिकॉर्ड पे होनी चाहिए ना? Then how will you see that?
हम मंगवा लेंगे. I think we will send for it. Continue, Mr. Mahdum.
My Lord.
Ji.
My Lord, may I, with your Lordship's leave, briefly draw your Lordship's attention to page 31 of paper book, part 1. Page 31. And I'll immediately thereafter come back to the point. Page 31.
Ji.
That is the copy of their petition.
Their petition in the High Court. Your Lordship will see.
This is the only petition on which the short order
This is the Peshawar High Court petition against the judgment on which we have come before your Lordship.
Okay.
There is the official respondent is only one, Election Commission of Pakistan. Page 31, Election Commission of Pakistan. The other 4 respondents are the members of PTI. So neither the Federation nor any other body has been impleaded as a respondent. If the Election Commission of Pakistan can be sued in the Peshawar High Court, but has no right to appeal a judgment of the Peshawar High Court, that means that whatever has happened in their case is final.
Why did they array these individuals as part?
My Lord, because they were the members and who were complaining that the elections were not held fairly and were not held in accordance with the constitution of the party.
They had filed a complaint with you.
With the election commission, yes, my lord.
12-15 petitions. But I think
There were 14 complaints before there were 14 complaints before the election commission.
When 14 complaints.
My lord, yes.
But here there are only. Achha, sorry, there are. Okay, I thought there's only. So there, can you? These names are what? Raja Tahir Nawaz, Akbar S. Ahmed.
Yes.
These are members of PTI or they are
Yes, my
some
lord.
other people?
Yes, my lord. They are
Troublemakers.
They are members
other
of
parties.
PTI. So
No, are they other party people or are they PTI people?
they are PTI people according to us.
Okay.
My lord,
My lord, I represent respondent number 10, Akbar Babar, just in case.
Akbar Babar,
The respondent number 10,
he's now respondent number 10.
ji,
Okay.
I filed my,
Were they before the? They were before the High Court.
I had filed a complaint.
three. Respond number 3 था.
Wrongly claimed being members.
My complaint is appealed.
Sorry, एक second. Khan साहब क्या कह रहे हैं? Khan साहब, can you just speak in the mic? There, your mic there or mic here?
Yes, sir. What I'm submitting, they claim, the election commission is saying that these other respondents are the members of the party. They are not. That's
Okay, चलें. इनका कहना है कि they're not members. Can you show us their complaint? Any one complaint?
one of the complainants before your lordship, he was respondent number
चलिए
3 in the
दिखाएं
High
वो
Court.
अकबर एस अहमद की दिखा दें.
The 230, at page 230, part 1 of this paperwork.
230. जी.
This was a complaint, my lord. And the context on the next page, if I may, on 231, there's a title summary of electoral fraud. In the absence of basic rules of any elections that allows a level playing field to contestants as detailed above.
नहीं, आपका इसमें membership का कहाँ लिखा है पहले वो बताएं ना कि मतलब how you have claimed to file any right of this complaint.
Well, Lord, the issue of my membership has been in court before the SCP, before the ECP says
आपके
240.
नाम के नीचे देखें क्या लिखा है आपने. इसमें लिखा है आपने फाउंडिंग
Yeah, I'm
मेंबर ऑफ
founding.
पीटीआई.
जी बिल्कुल.
इसका जवाब इन्होंने दिया.
जी ये मैं गुजारिश कर रहा हूँ कि मेरी मेंबरशिप तो ये कंटेस्ट करते रहे
नहीं
लेकिन
नहीं, इसका जवाब किधर है इनका?
ये कहते हैं कि आप मेंबर नहीं हैं.
Where is it? Where is the reply? Where is the reply?
They did not respond to my complaint. There's no written reply to my complaint. It was only argued verbally by counsel.
No, verbally, it's factual things cannot be verbally argued. So,
Your Honor, I'm not aware of any written reply to my complaint that was filed before the ECP.
but he's
Media and Information Management, former member PTI, CEC, and Core Committee.
Khan Sahab, so how can you say he's not a member? He has given not one, You may not like him is a
They
different
have all
thing.
ceased to be members, and they are wrongly claiming themselves to be members just to create problems for the party.
Let's not become emotional. We respect you greatly, but where is the negation of this fact?
That we certainly will show before this honorable court.
ठीक है, अच्छा, is there anything on the record to show?
But
Did you,
at least the statement-
did you respond by saying that these persons have nothing to do with PTI?
मेरी गुजारिश ये है कि I am representing the party. The statement of the party should take precedence over what they are saying. Just making allegations,
नहीं,
making
but
claims.
देखिए, but the whole
And
thing, एक second.
unfounded claims.
Khan Sahab, एक second. They can say we are representing the party. Again, just to claim that it will not do anything, because who represents the party is who gets elected as per your own constitution. It's nothing to do with the election commission. It's nothing to do with the Supreme Court. It's your own constitution. So you can't say I represent the party. That is the very essence of the matter, which they're saying you do not represent the party. It's because there is no election or false elections or whatever election. This is the allegation, maybe a false allegation, but you can't simply say you nobody. Unless you say when, show us the proof, you are not founding member of PTI. Was he a founding member of PTI?
I'm not saying that the party has ceased to exist.
Was he a founding member of PTI or not? But then prima facie the burden shifts on you.
Burden shift about look.
इसमें तो आपने इनको एक्सपेल किया तो उसका कोई खत है?
आपने इनको निकाल दिया पार्टी से? या उनका रेजिग्नेशन आएगा। देखिए दो तरीके होते हैं ना, या तो आदमी कहे जी मैं जा रहा हूँ खुदा हाफिज, या आप उसको एक्सपेल करेंगे, ठीक है। तो और पता नहीं कोई और तरीका हो सकता है।
फाउंडिंग मेंबर है, फाउंडिंग मेंबर तो मेरे हिसाब से खत्म ही नहीं होता, बिकॉज ही इज ए फाउंडिंग मेंबर। अगर फिर भी आपने एक्सपेल किया है तो उसका कोई लेटर होगा, या उन्होंने रिजाइन किया है तो भी लेटर होगा। इवन देन जो स्टैट्यूट हो गए ना, उस फाउंडिंग मेंबर में नाम हमेशा रहता है उसका, वो फाउंडिंग मेंबर है।
Has he joined some other
ऑप्टिंग मेंबर?
Has he joined some other political party?
वो एक और एस्पेक्ट है, कौन फाउंडिंग मेंबर है, कौन
नहीं,
सब्सिक्वेंट।
वो तो बात की बात है ना।
Question यहाँ पर-
खान साहब, were you one of the founding members?
जी,
Were you one of the founding members? नहीं, are you one of the founding members yourself?
आप भी थे फाउंडिंग मेंबर?
yes, I am a founding member.
कितने founding members थे?
That has
Total founding members कितने थे?
founding members. We were about 12 of us.
जी?
About 12, 8 to 12. Yes.
Do you have a list of those names somewhere? Just make a note of it. You can respond later. Challenge. Yes, continue, Mr. Mahmood Khan.
My lord, may I add that on page 486 of this is part 3 in this, there is an order of the election commission that 486.
नहीं, आप ऑर्डर छोड़ नहीं, कोई छोटी बात है बताएं बेटा।
उसमें question of membership has been determined by the commission as far back as 2017. This was contested.
एक सेकंड, 486
486.
कौन सा पार्ट है?
थर्ड
Part 3.
486 जी
जी, ये मेरी जो कंप्लेंट है इसके साथ मैंने 2 ऑर्डर लफ किए।
पढ़े, read the relevant part.
Paragraph 12.
What is 486? Where does it start from?
Well, Lord, it is an excerpt from an order of the election commission dated May 8th, 2017, which disposed
8th May 2017.
2017, which disposed of the issue whether Akbar S. Babar is a member of the party or not. And relevant para 12, I will read, the above reproduction of the letter of ouster is of significance. It clearly reveals that the petitioner had been relieved from all party positions and responsibilities. There is not an iota of reference to the effect that he has been ousted from the party and the membership thereof. Apart from the letter dated 3rd September 2011 mentioned above, the respondent could not produce any letter, direction or order whereby the petitioner is removed from the membership of the party. It was neither produced till the last arguments nor till the announcement of the order.
ये मेंबरशिप अभी बाकी है, ये जो पोजीशंस थी उनसे रिलीव किया, ये आप कहना चाहते हैं?
Apologies, my lord.
मतलब my lord is saying he no longer holds position in the party, but he does membership. He continues to be.
Yes, my lord.
Still intact. Yeah,
And was this order challenged by anybody?
It was, they filed a writ petition before the Islamabad High Court, and on page 487 is an excerpt of that order.
487
487 पे तो नहीं है।
487
ये मेरी कॉपी में
ये तो उर्दू में कुछ लिखा है नहीं।
487, my lord, is
एक हाथ के लिखा हुआ है 487 और एक वो है।
Unfortunately, the copy that I have वो इतनी legible नहीं है, तो I seek permission
ये
to
कौन सा
487।
देखिए ये 487 पे ये चीज है।
487 पे तो लिखा है बैरिस्टर गौहर अली खान अपने पूरे पैनल समेत बिला मुकाबला कामयाब हो गए हैं।
ये तो उनका कोई वो है, इसमें देखिए 2 नंबरिंग है, 487/491।
मतलब पार्ट 3 जो मेरे पास है 487।
आप बहस ना करें ना, महबूब अली खान से पूछ लें।
आपकी प्रेस रिलीज आई है, ये 487 पे इनकी प्रेस रिलीज आई है। ये प्रेस रिलीज लगी हुई है कि
मेरा तो मखदूम साहब के
ये इसमें कुछ गलती है, उसमें क्या? अच्छा चलें बता दें जबानी। आपकी सीपी रिट पिटिशन थी
जी, दिस इज रिट पिटिशन नंबर 2014 of 2018
2014 of 2018
titled Imran Khan versus the Election Commission of Pakistan।
इसका फैसला की तारीख क्या है
जी? 18/7/2018।
इसमें क्या फैसला हुआ है
जी, इसमें लोकस टेंडाई का क्वेश्चन एड्रेस हुआ।
स्टैंडर्ड को छोड़िए,
मेरी सॉरी मेंबरशिप का, मेरी मेंबरशिप का माजरत। और जो फैसला SECP EECP ने किया था, इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान ने उसको बरकरार रखा कि मैं मेंबर हूं और इसको दोबारा चैलेंज नहीं किया गया।
ओके ठीक है, चलें, खत्म हो गई बात। upheld ECP's decision. ECP's decision, no further challenge. चलिए, continue, Mr. Makhdoom Ali Khan.
My lord, yes. My lord, I was respectfully drawing your attention to the fact that going back.
These elections were held unopposed because my lord read something.
Yes, yes, please.
How can you hold it unopposed? There was nobody contested.
There were 3 panels, but at the end of the day, the election commission said that on the last day, the 2 other panels withdrew, and only the panel of Mr.
How many posts were contested?
कोई भी
No post was contested.
No, मेरा मतलब how many posts were on to be elected on?
They were, my lord, for the chairman of the party.
Total posts कितने थे?
Total, my lord, I'll just count them. Give total.
ये 79 से शुरू।
Let Mr. Sikandar do some work. सिकंदर साहब मुश्किल से हाथ आते हैं।
ये यहाँ से है मखदूम साहब, ये पेज 79
Page 78 onwards, my lord, and 79.
एक पोस्ट इलेक्शन है या बहुत सारे पोस्ट हैं?
सर, एक पोस्ट है, पेज 79 to 80.
पेज
79 to 80 in part 1.
कभी कभी होता है ना, एक पोस्ट पे नॉन अनपोज आ जाए।
नहीं सर,
सारे पोस्ट आ गए,
सारे 15 के 15 अनअपोज्ड हैं, आप देख लीजिए।
ये तो जरा सा तो बड़ी हाईली कंटेस्टेड होते हैं सियासत में, बातें लड़ाइयाँ भी होती हैं, मुझे टिकट चाहिए।
देखना ये अलग अलग कैटेगरीज में है।
जी सर,
पहले
सेक्रेटरी जनरल, एडिशनल
79 पे है सेंट्रल ऑफिस बेयरर्स का जो नोटिफिकेशन है।
जी सर,
इसमें 15 आदमी अनअपोज आ गए।
जी सर,
उसके बाद पेज 81 पे प्रोविंशियल ऑफिस बेयरर की लिस्ट है
जी सर।
बलूचिस्तान की,
जी सर,
ये 18 अनअपोज आ गए।
सब अनअपोज्ड हैं।
केपीके की लिस्ट आई, उसके बाद 82 पे ये 18 अनअपोज हैं।
उसमें सर 20
अनअपोज हैं।
20 है, वो सब अनअपोज्ड हैं।
उसके बाद पंजाब की लिस्ट आई है।
जी सर, वो 20 है।
20 अनअपोज हैं पंजाब में भी।
जी सर,
और फिर आखिरी में सिंध की एक लिस्ट आई है, ये भी 17 अनअपोज हैं।
सब अनअपोज्ड
तो
हैं।
ये पूरे इलेक्शन में ये जो रिजल्ट है ना, तो जो इत्तेफाक से मेरी अभी नजर पड़ी तो फाइल के ऊपर ये सारे अनअपोज ही
जी,
इलेक्शन
all of them are unopposed, 100%.
हुआ नहीं।
Hey, who is this person, Niazullah Khan Niazi? Is he in attendance today?
Yes.
आप वकील हैं या आप क्या हैं इसमें, या पार्टी हैं इसमें?
Chief Election Commissioner PTI.
Is he a party in this?
Party respondent number 2, Lordship.
Respondent number 2, my lord.
Respondent.
नहीं, मगर ये कुछ जरा समझाएं बात। 1-2 पोस्ट तो होती हैं, अनअपोज हो जाते हैं लोग, सारे के सारे अनअपोज आ गए।
जी फिर हम जी
आपसे नहीं पूछ रहे ना, उनसे पूछ रहे ना, क्या नाम है इनका, नियाजुल्लाह खान नियाजी साहब से।
जी Lordship.
तो ये कोई अजीब सा इत्तेफाक है या क्या है?
जी नहीं, अजीब इत्तेफाक नहीं है, क्योंकि अकॉर्डिंग टू अवर रूल्स।
मेरे रूल की बात सिर्फ आपसे फैक्ट पूछ रहा हूँ ना, बहस नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ। सिर्फ ये तस्दीक कर, नहीं बताएं, नहीं तस्दीक कर दें। हाँ, सारे अनअपोज्ड हैं।
जी अनअपोज
कोई भी नहीं इलेक्शन, एक इलेक्शन भी नहीं हुआ,
नहीं हुआ
पूरे पाकिस्तान में।
पूरे पाकिस्तान।
आपने नॉमिनेशन फॉर्म इशू
क्योंकि पैनल, ये पैनल इलेक्शन था Lordship, पैनल। अगर रूल्स में पढ़ेंगे जो पैनल
वो हम बहस सुनेंगे आपके, फिक्र ना करें।
ठीक
ये आप माशाल्लाह आपके सीनियर मोस्ट काउंसिल अटेंडेंस जी ठीक है। सो दे कंसीड ऑन द फैक्ट दैट दे ऑल अनअपोज्ड,
They were all unopposed.
सेंट्रल एज वेल एज थ्रू आउट पाकिस्तान,
Central as well as in all the 4 provinces of Pakistan.
which to which what do you say?
My lord, that is one of the submissions, and that the election commission notes that if the elections were held in accordance with the constitution under the supervision of a proper election commission and the party's constitution was followed, because the election commission takes the position that it's not merely that an election has to take place, the election has to be in accordance with the constitution of the political party.
But again, the very word election means what? Simple language means I elect
Yes.
to engage your services, or I elect to engage, to use counsel Mr. Sikandar Bashir's services.
My lord.
As counsel, in everything else also election, you want to elect to go to this restaurant or that.
Yes.
In an election, it will be you elect this person or that person or these number of persons.
Yes, ma'am.
So you, otherwise, the Constitution can simply say whoever the chairman decides will be deemed to be have been elected. So let's either go with democracy, because after all, it's not just democracy, it's representative democracy.
And that is what the Election Commission says. And my lord, the Election Commission further says that when it came to the Election Commission itself, there is no document on the record to establish that the previous election commissioner was removed lawfully or that the new
Previous election commission कौन सा है?
Sir, इनका जो chairman थे previous federal election commission के, there was a gentleman called Jamal Akbar Ansari, and the election commission notes that in its order, which
No, wasn't it Mr. Justice Fajuddin?
my lord, that was much earlier. That was in 2017 at that time, and there a controversy arose again whether the elections were fair or not. But that's not the controversy before your lordship. And
Okay. So after that, there was another election commission and another.
yes, sir. And Mr. Jamal Akbar Ansari later on ceased to be an election commission, and there were no other election commissioners
What is
elected.
Mr. Jamal Akbar Ansari's viewpoint?
My lord,
Or he's not been heard?
I'm not aware, and he's not arrayed as a respondent by them before the Peshawar High Court, because now
Wouldn't he be relevant as a party?
my lord, he was not a party before the Peshawar High Court.
No, would
And
he be, in your opinion, relevant party or not a relevant?
Not really, my lord.
Okay.
Not really, because the Election Commission just takes the position that he was neither removed in terms of the constitution of the party, nor did election to any of the election commissioners, which were, as your lordship noticed, they were to be from each province, one from each province. That took place, and therefore these unopposed election results were declared only and only by the person who is now the respondent number 2 of before your lordship in the petition, and the certificate has been issued.
Which certificate?
My lord, the certificate which was submitted to the election commission.
Can you take us back to that provision of the constitution which requires the whatever?
Yes, my lord.
Where was that provision? Page?
The election commission, my lord, is set up under the chapter is chapter 1, part 8, elections.
No, but the
Article 213 onwards.
इधर जो terminology है, it says Federal Election Commissioner.
Oh, my lord, you're talking, I'm
Page,
so sorry.
I'm at page 192, which
Yes,
you had
yes.
referred to.
My lord, I'm sorry, I misunderstood it as the Constitution of Pakistan.
No, no. Federal Election Commissioner.
Yes, my lord.
But here at page 80, Mr. Niazullah Khan Niazi describes himself as Chief Election Commissioner.
My lord, yes.
Why not Federal Election Commissioner?
Yes, my lord,
Because the terminology in their constitution is federal. So he may be of a province or I don't know. Why the terminology has been changed?
my lord,
Yeah, page 80 पे देखिए.
Yes, sir.
For instance, इधर वो अपने आप को कह रहे हैं चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर. और पेज 192 में आइन में उनके है कि फेडरल इलेक्शन कमिश्नर और फिर वन कमिश्नर from each of the all four provinces and one each from AJK GB, total of 6.
Federal Election Commissioner, Chief of the Federal Election Commission, one commissioner from each of all four provinces, and one each from quasi-provincial areas of AJK and Gilgit-Baltistan.
member हो गए,
They are total of 6 plus
6 plus 1 7. अब आप जरा आ जाइए पेज इनके जो इन्होंने रिजल्ट्स जो दिए हैं
Yes, my lord.
जी.
Yes, my lord.
तो ये वो जो उनके लोकल प्रोविंसेस के कमिश्नर्स हैं वो तो किसी के दस्तखत नहीं है, वो तो एक साहब के हैं जो अपने आप को चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर कह रहे हैं.
Everything has been done by this particular
नहीं, मतलब मैं जरा समझने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ भाई. चलिए वहां तक तो समझ आ गया, फेडरल तक, तो प्रोविंशियल तक तो सूबों वालों को नहीं फाइल करना चाहिए था. अच्छा, ये इलेक्शंस इनके हर सूबे में हुए हैं या एक ही जगह हुए हैं?
सारे केपीके में है.
Because the
इलेक्शन का वेन्यू केपी
वेन्यू कौन है?
venue was KPK पर.
नहीं, किस जगह? सूबों का भी और फेडरल का भी अलग अलग हुए वेन्यूज?
No, my lord, insofar as we are aware, these all took place.
चलिए फिर ये हम इनके लिए सवाल छोड़ रहे हैं खान साहब के लिए. We want to know the venue of the elections, whether all the elections to the federal body as well as the provincial body were also held in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa or they held in the different provinces. The other question, why is the nomenclature been changed from federal election commissioner to chief election commissioner? Why were the results not signed by the other 6 members?
Yes.
So these are questions which they can, I'm just have arisen which they will respond to if you don't have an answer.
My lord, insofar
चलिए आप बढ़िए आगे.
We are
अच्छा, now we have a problem.
my lord,
As you may note that there are 2 chief justices from other provinces and we had held 11:30 as for the Supreme Judicial Council to meet. I don't know what will happen. We may not have time, we may have time. So certainly not before 1:30, but we'll let you know. So please stay. I mean, you can go away, but come back at 1:30 to find out. We may reconvene. I don't know what will happen there. नहीं तो 1:30 तक तो आप फारिग हैं. आपको हम जब उस अपने कोलीग दूसरे बॉडी में कुछ कह नहीं सकता हूँ. हम जमहूरियत पे चलते हैं. तो वो जो फैसला होगा फिर क्या होता है इसके इसका कब कितने बजे टेकअप करते हैं. ठीक है. तो बट 1:30 तक आप लोग आजाद हैं. और खान साहब आप अगर आप जवाब भी तलब कर लें ये जो कुछ सवाल अभी तक उठे हैं. अच्छा, इन द मीन टाइम इज एनीवन फ्रॉम द इलेक्शन कमीशन हियर? ऑफिसर, आप ऐसा करें जो आपकी ओरिजिनल फाइल है.
Yes, sir.
ओरिजिनल केस की फाइल.
जी जी सर.
क्योंकि उसमें क्या फाइलिंग्स हुई थी वो ओरिजिनल फाइल भी ले आइए.
Right, sir.
ठीक है. और अगर कोई साहब देखना चाहें मतलब आइदर साइड वो भी उसको मुलायजा कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. ठीक है.